Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Oh, fighting off the defender. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 20. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. And some space here. There he goes left side. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Touchdown, T. Higgins. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Prescott off play action. Going for the deep ball. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Prescott from the gun. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is Tony Pollard. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. Open man, Lamb, it's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught by Lamb. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Buying time to his left. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Again, it's Elliott. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. Elliott. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Ezekiel Elliott, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
On the return, it's Taylor. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. 3 and 5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. Out of CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5 and 5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3 and 6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. This one swung out here to Jones. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. The 5 yards on the play there. It's a drive will continue. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. And now it's 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Going right back to Jones. This time the connection made. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down. They'll try and run it in with Jones. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
They'll try again with Jones. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Rodgers with a keeper. Trying to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. They start on the ground with Elliott. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Jones. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On first down, Jones. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I I think, partner, you can sense him saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Prescott now. Flushed out right. And the grab by Croft. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Preston Smith there on the stop.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards. Tenth carry now for Elliott. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 40 yards on the ground for him so far.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Seibert on for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. On the return, it's Taylor. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to air one out.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Josiah DeGuara, the intended receiver.
And that'll make it 3rd down. Being chased out left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Off the play fake, Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
Second and 10.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Now a give here to Pollard. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Flush to his right. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
So what a comeback here. They look like they might be down and out not too long ago, but they have rallied back to take a 4th quarter lead.
And I think we've got to give them nothing but credit for figuring things out on the fly because mentally they were on the ropes ready to go, and they hung in there. They made some changes and adjustments, and that led to some big plays, and it turned this game on its ear.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense. We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Able to find Higgins. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Rodgers now on 1st down.
And that one complete once again to Higgins.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Rodgers to throw. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain there of 21 yards.
Nice, well coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Now Rodgers.
A check down here to Jones.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the 1st of their timeouts. It's just their 1st. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Jones. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Here's Jones. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Dallas, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to town. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll be off to...